Yep. Are we live? We are live. Hello and welcome, everybody. Today we're doing something a little special. Today we're doing a farewell to Stormblood, and so I thought,
Are we live?
that
We are live.
we're getting
Hello and
audio
welcome,
layered on.
everybody.
Hold on.
Today we're doing
that's
something a
gonna
little
just
special.
continue to repeat.
Today we're doing a farewell to Stormblood, and so I thought,
Are we live? There we go. That's been taken care of. Sorry about that. So what we'll be doing today is we will be going through all the Stormblood areas again, just taking a look at them, trying to go back through the good times, basically, with Stormblood as we get ready for Shadowbringers. I'm trying to send out the stream tweet. I'm sorry. All right. So, we are going to be going through all of the various different areas that Stormblood had to offer. We'll talk a little bit about the story. We'll talk a little bit about each of the jobs that we played throughout Stormblood. I just want to spend a little bit of time going through the good times that Stormblood had. Good afternoon, Landon. How are you doing? So, with that said, we started our Stormblood journey right here at Baelsar's Wall. We completed that dungeon. We made our way through. We fought Schlope himself, the Griffin, and we lost a dear friend. But we were able to get through there, and we were able to reclaim a little bit of territory, and we made it through the peaks, which is where we'll go now. If you guys have any specific memories of Stormblood, it's looking a little choppy on the other side there. Let me know if it's super choppy for you guys. I may be able to fix some of that choppiness. Sorry about that. But let me know any specific memories you have of Stormblood, anything that really stood out for you with Stormblood that you really appreciated. We're just going to have a little bit of a good time today. I don't know how long we're going to go. I'm just going to talk about Stormblood, how much fun it was as we look forward to Shadowbringers. So we go to the Fringes, and there were a lot of fun quests here. I really liked the Ananta Beast Tribe quests here. I thought they were a lot of fun. Leveled up quite a few DPS jobs through the Ananta and the Kojin, as we'll get to them later. But of course, as we go in here, we will see, once it loads in, the servers are very busy because people are excited for Shadowbringers, which is cool. I'm excited for Shadowbringers too. Hey Nathan, how's it going? So when it does eventually load in, we will see the Fringes, and starting this zone, going in, I've been a part of a lot of expansion launches with MMOs. A lot of them that just were like, hey, let's go right away. Here's a new zone. It's crazy. Let's do it. And I think the Fringes was a little more laid back than I expected the first zone to be. At the same time, it might be one of my favorite opening zones in an expansion. Everybody is in their last minute panic modes. Everybody's trying to make sure they have everything ready that they need to do to get ready for the expansion. I am just about ready, I believe. None of these are leveled the way they need to be, but all of these are. So I'm just about prepared. Decided to watch the stream to get an idea how 14's played. Cool, Nathan. I really like Castrum Orans here. Really good cutscene stuff that goes on early on here. Love the cutscenes that go on around this war table. But as you go into the actual first zone that you go into here, it wasn't really what I expected. You know, when you get into the Kurthus zones for Heaven's Word, you know, you're right away hit with like the bleak disparity of it all. And this zone's kind of full. There's a lot going on in this zone. There's a lot of really interesting enemy types. They have a bunch of different type of enemies. There's a bunch of scrap around here showing you, you know, that the war has been going on for a while. This is kind of going to be a walk down memory lane and in the zone and just me talking about the game all in one, you know? But, oh yeah, this is my T-Rex map. Love that map, man. Still working on your main build in GB3 otherwise. Nice. But, What do we get here? Tanawa. Your main quest of it really kind of just takes you straight down the middle for a while. We are skipping some frames. Let me see if there's anything else I can close to help that. Oh, I still had Kamen Rider open. Yeah, that would probably help if I close that. It's so tough, man, when it comes to streaming graphics intensive games. Because sometimes you don't skip any frames at all, and sometimes you skip all the frames. This is a Sanua from the Beast Tribes of the Vanu Vanu in the Sea of Clouds from Heavensward. Very nice map. I like it a lot. And again, we'll probably switch up some classes here. I went through the main story of Stormblood as Dragoon, but there's not a class in this game I don't enjoy playing at least a little bit, you know? Music in Stormblood is phenomenal. Absolutely. We might do some primals too, just to show them off. There'll be people running them for sure. But the main quest took us down to this point over here where we had to do a little bit of digging. We had to find some stuff. We also had some good side quests over here to unlock the Anantas with a man that may or may not be tied to the MSQ quite a bit. Of course, we didn't have flying unlocked then, so we probably shouldn't be flying now. But you get down here, and it opens up into this big area where you can tell that the Garleans like really still hold power, you know? You have the ruins of the giant over there, the Colossus, and you get up to what would become eventually our Ananta Beast Tribe area, but at first it absolutely was not, you know? And I really like Castrum Velladina, Castellum Velladina. I think it's really cool. Having to talk to the gate guard when you can fly over now is kind of annoying. But we had to get to the other side of this bridge because we couldn't cross up there to get where we needed to go. And we'll show that in a minute too, because I do want to show off all these zones. But you get on the other side of the bridge down here, and we needed to get to Roggers Reach. We'll go ahead and fly a little bit here. But to get to Roggers, we needed to be back up here. So originally you can't get through there, and you do have to come back up and go through this little stretch up here. It's been a while, so forgive me if I get anything a little bit wrong. But I'm trying to walk down memory lane with all of you, so maybe you can correct me for any things I might misremember. But I love this zone, man. It's so pretty. Water down there. There's also a lot of like little things. I want to do a full in the zone on this area at some point, like I did for the Ozim Steps, and we'll get to the Ozim Steps. But this zone is just really nice. We can cross this bridge here. It's amazing to me that these level 61 enemies are still trying to hit me at level 70. Real damage to me at all. But we get up here. I actually think I went through the water the first time to get across. Oh, this game's really good, Nathan. It really is. Play the free trial. It's worth it. Yeah, the Aether Currents, man. I think they did a better job with the Aether Currents in Stormblood than they did in Heavensward. I think in Heavensward, they were really annoying, some of the places they were put. But here, having to actually work for them, but not... I guess having to work for them, but them also not being super out of the way made it a lot more reasonable, you know? And of course, you can see the remnants of war for many years in this area. And then we get to Roggers Reach. Which is our first hub area for Stormblood. Roggers is pretty cool. This is probably also where we'll go ahead and switch classes as well. Because we're going to come back to the peaks in a little bit. So we'll probably just switch through all the classes as we do. But Roggers is pretty cool. I'm not as big a fan of Roggers as I am as the other hub. I think the other hub is a better hub. Which is just unfortunate for poor Roggers. But, you know. But we'll go ahead and switch to Paladin here. And I like Roggers well enough. It's not terrible or anything. There's a lot going on here, you know. A lot of people hanging out, getting ready, turning in scripts. A lot of NPCs that are important to the stories hanging out over here. And one of the first things you do in Roggers is you come over here to this wonderful little monument. The music for Roggers, so good, man. Do, 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 do. I need to turn the music up for all you guys. Yep. 14 Mac compatible. I actually do not know. That's a good question. Buddy over here. Actually, we should check and see if we can mend while we're at it. I'm sure a lot of my gear needs little bits of mending. Yeah, being able to switch between all the jobs on one character is amazing. Absolutely. I do have extra characters, but I have those just for RP more than anything else, really. Sometimes because I wanted to make a specific character type, you know? Like I wanted to make an old ninja, so I made an old ninja because I didn't want to change Sigurd, but Sigurd also is a ninja. We would be remiss to come to Roggers and not to come over here to check our... When we go to the next zone transition, Nathan, I will look that up for you. Tome exchange over here. I do think Idleshire was almost a better hub than Roggers, since it was both hubs, but I do really like Kigali, the other hub, quite a bit. But from there, we came up here and we talked to Conrad and our old friend Mefrid. Mefrid, man. Mefrid. How's it going, Nago? And then from there, we'll train it over here. Again, we're going to save fully covering the zones for when we do it in the zone on this area, but there's a dungeon back there that is not important right now. From there, we went to the peaks. Right, I'm looking that up for you now, Nathan. The music's going to cut out because it cuts out anytime I click off screen. But I'm looking it up now. It's been a while since I came to the peaks from over here. I normally just teleport in. Yes, it is Mac compatible. So the peaks is a really cool area. I really like this area. I think it was a really nice zone. Cool enemy types, cool ideas. The ruins, really cool. We're gonna go and turn off mount music just while we're in here, so that you can hear the. Where is it? There it is. You can hear the zone music while we're mounted. I really like the mount music too, which is why I normally leave it on. But from there, we head to our wonderful city up here that we start out at in this zone. The name of the city is like... Yeah, it's Alagana. I remember if it was Alagana or Alagiri, but that's a different city later. Japanese are cool enemies, man. We'll fight one real quick, just show it off. Guess we'll go ahead and use Sword Off while we can, since it's gonna be gone soon. Well, it's not gone, it's just changing. I'm so excited for every change, man. Even the ones I'm not too sure of, I'm still excited for. So far above level for all these things, they can't really hurt us, but... Absolutely. Good old Alagana. We have some quests early on here. Pretty cool, you know, not too much. We don't do too much in Alagana right away. We'll go down and show it off real quick. We do go to one other area down here in Alagana. Also, you can get a blue mage ability from those guys right there. The Crag Claws. But we do go to one area up here. We head all the way over here for an MSQ where we meet Fordola. And again, not going to spoil too much in this video. We'll talk a little bit about stuff. But Fordola's a really cool character that I'm really glad was introduced to the story, and I'm looking forward to see what happens with her next, man. There's got to be some good stuff that comes up from her. And from being able to see her around and stuff. Again, I'm being very vague, but I think she's going to be a very good character. But we do go down this way, which is where we run into this guy who I was terrified of when I first got to this area. The Suds are so imposing, man. Nowadays, they're not that much trouble, but back when we first met them, super imposing. Stream looks a little bit choppy. And I'm getting some skip frame warnings. I don't think there's anything else I can close to make it run better. Wonder why it's skipping so much. Try. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know. It's acting up so much today. What if we go... We switch to full screen for now. Nope. Maybe. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. Is it less choppy now? Maybe? Let me know what you think. We head over here. That's pretty cool. Debating if you want to set your character up 14. For now, figuring GB3 main is taking more attention. That's fair. This is the best time to start anew in the game. We're all learning the game again. Absolutely, as Landon put it. 100%. Skipped another frame, man. I don't know, sometimes we have no problem at all when streaming 14. Sometimes we have all the problems. Oh hey, I need to kill some Uralists for challenge log. Let's switch up to Black Mage then. Although this is my summoner glamour, so let's use summoner then. The only problem I have with glamour plates, I'm going to make a video just on glamour plates to talk about them because people keep asking how they work. My only problem with glamour plates is that you can't use them outside of big cities. You have to... He just uses whatever the gear was set to before. Next one. Oh, never mind. We don't need another one. Well, let's summon Bahamut just for the fun of it, huh? Why not? Let's get Bahamut out here just for the fun of it. Why wouldn't we summon Bahamut while we can? It is still super laggy, man. me try something. We're gonna try and see if we can make the stream less laggy. I don't know how it will work, but we'll see if it does. I think I might know what's causing it, and I think I might have fixed it just now. Let's see. Maybe I did, maybe we didn't. We'll find out, I suppose. Enemies. I'm in Bahamut. Alright, now we're prepared to summon Bahamut. Bring him in! Bahamut! It absolutely could be, because we don't normally have this problem while playing 14. I don't stream it every week, but I stream it quite a bit, and it normally doesn't lag like this. But it is definitely lagging now. But regardless, we will continue on. I wonder if maybe if I get it where I can't see the live feed, if maybe that'll help. Maybe something about having the live feed as well is what's causing it problems. Watching it now to see if it's going any smoother on your end. Turn off the live preview. See if it runs any smoother. That made an immediate difference. Okay, so that's what it is. It was that it was trying to... Okay. Well, anyway, from there... That makes me feel so much better. Okay. So, from there... we had to go back to Roggers Reach, and things were bad. Things went real bad real quick. And the question was, well, what do we do now if we can't, make it through Roggers Reach? We gotta change direction. We gotta try something different. And so, we went to Kigali. Yeah, that is so much smoother right away. It's good to know. It's the preview that was causing all that lag. Which means we'll probably go back to borderless windowed, and that'll help the load times be faster again, too. Yeah, and for anybody watching, as Landon put it, if you're waiting to get into 14 and going, this is a bad time because the expansion's coming out, this is the perfect time. Because all the jobs are changing. Yeah, jumping tower savage, man. I still haven't made it to the top of that thing. I've gotten so close so many times and just haven't made it. I want to do a stream at some point where we come back and try to do it. But let's change it back to borderless windowed. And make sure that everything still runs smooth after that. We'll go ahead and change classes again. It's time to ninja. My Ninja Glam's pretty basic. Yeah, it's running so much smoother now. Okay. So, Kigali, man. Kigali's such a cool place. Actually, we should be samurai because we're in Kigali. We should be a samurai because we're in Kigali. There we go. Kigali's such a cool place. And it's a really nice hub. I like it a lot. My only problems with Kigali are that there's no hub like this in Alabigo. Roggers is the closest we get. But Kigali is really cool. I've still never made it up there. I know you gotta jump down and land on it, but every time I jump down, I miss it. I've never made it to the top up there. One day. One day, jumping tower. One day you'll be mine. Healer? The healers are really fun. I think each class is really good. And honestly, while we're in Kigali, it might not be a bad time to give a little brief overview of every class. And what they were like in Stormblood. I have a whole series of videos on that where each job I take and break them down what they were like in Stormblood. We're going to do it again for Shadowbringers when Shadowbringers comes out. But while we're here, we don't want to get in the way of their taking pictures. Let's find a good spot and we'll go over them all real quick. I do really like Kigali. I will kind of miss Kigali because I feel like we're gonna have like the Crystarium is gonna be the new hub, you know. I will miss Kigali, but I like it a lot. Oh, I know a good spot. Almost nobody's ever there. Eternal bonding ceremony. Did the Kigali jumping towers the after party? Took over 2 years. Finally made it to the top. Nice. I said nobody's ever there. Somebody's there. It's fine. We'll just go this way. So, the jobs, right? Let's just go down the list here. Paladin. Paladin's one of your tank jobs. Very tough, very dependable. Can take a lot of damage, has a lot of cooldowns that allow them to take more damage. Has some pretty cool abilities. Really like Circle of Scorn, Total Eclipse, Holy Spirit. Passage of Arms, probably the coolest ability it's got. Allows it to defend the rest of the party if they get behind it. Paladin's a really cool job. I like playing it a lot. One of my favorites, for sure. Warrior. Pretty powerful. Pretty potent. Does a lot of damage. Can heal itself. Does a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Can fell cleave a lot. Warrior's a pretty good tank. We have Dark Knight. Not quite as good as the other two when it comes to raw numbers, but still a lot of fun. Dark Art spam is the biggest issue I think it has, but that's being fixed in Shadowbringers. I like Dark Knight quite a bit. I think it's a lot of fun to play. For healers, there's White Mage. It's my new healing hat. Also, my White Mage glamours are all the same, or my healer glamours are all the same. But White Mage is my go-to healer. Has a lot of really powerful heals. Does some good damage. Has a lot of regens. Can heal a lot of damage. Pretty good. Then that Scholar. Just a heads up, religion, but chatbot will get you if you use caps too many times in a row. Also, what? Yeah, Dark Knight has one of the best job quest storylines in the entire game. Absolutely. 100%. Scholar is the pet healer. I would even go so far as to say that Dark Knight has one of the best quest lines written in video games, and really excites me for what is coming up in Shadowbringers, since a lot of it is written by that writer. Scholar is able to heal, and is also able to heal. Scholar is more of the DPS healer right now. That's going to change pretty soon. But Scholar has some really cool looking abilities as well. Like it a lot. Then there's Astrologian. Astrologian is the card-based healer. Able to draw cards with different effects that can then be granted to party members. Able to do a bunch of different stuff with those cards. All of which are then able to help out the party or themselves. Have some really cool looking abilities that can do a lot of damage or heal a lot of damage. Astrologian is a lot of fun. After that is the Monk. Monk's really cool. Bunch of stuff. Piece things up, you know, how it works. It's kind of its job. Has some really cool looking abilities. I like Monk quite a bit. It's my weird Monk glam. I love it though. After Monk is Dragoon. Been my main for many, many years. Been my main since Heavensward, actually. Dragoon's a really fun DPS to play. Does a lot of damage. A lot of risk between animation locks and blood for blood, making you take extra damage at the cost of doing extra damage. But I think Dragoon's really cool. I like it a lot. would not ask for much more, and I'm excited for the changes coming to it with Shadowbringers. You have, I went to Samurai too quick, you have Ninja, that has these different mudras that it can cast, is one of the best jobs in the game, bar none, when it comes to DPS because of how good Trick Attack is. That allows you to just, everybody, to just do more damage to the boss for 10 seconds. Ninja's a lot of fun. Ninja has some really cool, crazy abilities. And, I mean, you get to be a ninja, so what more could you ask for, you know? Then there's Samurai. Samurai is a lot of damage, always. At all times. That's what Samurai does, is a lot of damage. But Samurai's cool. I like it. It doesn't have as much utility as the other jobs, but it looks cool. And it does a lot of damage. Like, that's, again, it cannot be understated just how much damage Samurai does. Pretty crazy. After that, of the ranged, we have Bard. My Bard glamour is still a little lacking, so forgive me. Because I don't have enough glamour plates, so it has just a basic base mask. But Bard's a lot of fun to play around with. I like Bard. It's good. The songs that you can use that'll buff your party or debuff your enemies. A lot of fun. Really like it. Very, very good support. Then there's Machinist, which is actually the job that, as much as it's my least favorite job in the game right now, it's the job that I'm going to play the most going into Shadowbringers, I believe. It's going to be my main. Because I'm so excited for the changes for it. But Machinist is pretty cool. The kit, as it stands right now, doesn't really work very well together. But I still like it a lot. Very excited for the changes. Can't wait to summon my queen in. Gonna be great. Then your casters. Black Mage. Lots of damage in the form of a caster. Good movement abilities. Some decent utility that's going away. But very excited for it. Yeah, it's basically a new class. A Machinist is. I'm so excited for it. Summoner, as you've already seen. The pet DPS job. You can summon in a pet to be able to do damage. As well as proc upgrades to Ruin. Very, very fun. Then there's the Red Mage, which is here. Red Mage is pretty cool. Has a lot of support and utility. Does quite a bit of damage. Not as much damage as Black Mage or Summoner, but still good damage, consistent damage, and has a really cool dual cast mechanic. And then finally, Blue Mage, which is not technically a regular job because it's limited, but Blue Mage has some cool abilities that only it can do, that nobody else can really get away with because they're learned from monsters. You have to go learn those abilities yourself. There you go. That's a brief overview of the jobs of each one of them. We will continue our little walk through Kigali here. And then we will move on to the next zone. Tried to tell you, man. Chatbot's probably not too happy with you right now. He does all the modding for me. See, he's caught some of your comments. Samurai's cool. I like it a lot. Cannot wait for 5 more glamour plates either. I'm going to get all my healers looking different, and Bard's going to get a different look. I don't know what I'm going to do with the 5th one. We spend quite a bit of time here in Kigali, though. There's a lot that happens here story-wise. And we meet up with some good friends here. And then eventually, we meet up with some new friends here. And we leave Kigali to go to the next zone, which is where we're about to head. To go and check out the Ruby Sea, which is a very good zone. It's probably the next one that I'm going to do a In the Zone on. I really like the Ruby Sea. Red Mage is one you're thinking getting into. Red Mage is really good. Machinist is going to be so good, man. Being able to summon in the Automaton Queen, using Air Anchor and Bioblaster, Auto Crossbow. I'm excited. But we go into the Ruby Sea. Here in the Ruby Sea is where we first get a taste for swimming. which was new in Stormblood. We didn't get to do it before. It's pretty cool. Swimming's pretty nice. We start out just kind of doing a little bit of swimming and then get back on land and do some questing over there. But eventually, we unlock diving as well, which we'll be able to do in these deeper parts over here, which we'll go ahead and dive. I like the Ruby Sea a lot. It's a really nice zone. We'll dive down here. You made Red Mage. It is really easy to learn too. I love Red Mage. White Mage is one of the best healers for sure to start with for how straightforward it is. The only real complaint I have about swimming and diving is there's not much to do underwater because there is no underwater combat. There's still quests you do down here. Get mounts to mount up and fly you around down here. It's faster. There's still items to find down here for quests. Beast Tribe quests to do down here. Cool areas to explore and find. But you don't really do that much when it comes to battle down here. I should point out too, on the way to Kigali from Limsa is when we get our first dungeon of this expansion, the Siren Song Sea, which is a pretty cool dungeon. I like it a lot. And then here in this zone of the Ruby Sea is when we get our second dungeon, Shisui of the Violent Tides. But we get eventually over here, and we have to seek out the help of the Kojin so that we can go underwater. And over here, come down this long way down into this tunnel over here, and it leads us to Tamamitsu. Which is, I have to say, one of my favorite towns in the entire game. I love Tamamitsu. So excited for Tamamitsu when I got here. That is a Magitech Claw, Nathan. It's one of my favorite mounts. Kojin are just super cool. Like them a lot. We get the main, the One Punch Man game? Maybe. It reviews well. Kabuto's super cool. I like the Kojin a lot, man. I still need to finish leveling up Fisher. Yeah, the Death Claw, that's the name of it. I need to finish leveling up Fisher so I can do spearfishing. I never did get around to that. A lot of lag right now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on? See it, too. What's going on? Let's see if that fixed it. Camera should move in a second and I'll know. Let's try going back to full screen and see if maybe changing off full screen is what did it. It could also be because there's a lot more people in the Ruby Sea trying to do questing. Let's see if that fixes it. It's still a little laggy, but it's definitely better than it was. Let's try this and see if it works. Okay, I cannot see the stream now. I'll pull it up on my phone. Closed the browser. Well, I cannot see the stream now, but I'm going to pull it up on my phone and just lower the volume. And we'll see how it's running now. Just the movement. Should now be running perfectly because nothing else is open but the game and Streamlab. Still not. Man, what is going on here? What is happening? I mean, I know Streamlabs takes up a lot of encoding, but normally fine. We've streamed this game many times before and not had this problem. Trying to see if it's better now. Oh. Alright, I think I have an idea as to what it might be. Let me try this. See if this is it. See if that fixes it. Definitely better than it was. It could be a hunt train coming by, but we'll get out of the Ruby Sea soon enough. There's a lot going on in the Ruby Sea too. Should be a little bit better now though. I will no longer be able to use chat for now. What's really annoying about all this is I gotta get this figured out as to why it's doing this, because we're doing a 24-hour stream Friday for Shadowbringers, and it needs to not be doing this then. So we'll continue our tour right now, and then we will probably spend the last 10 minutes of the stream just figuring out what's causing this. It doesn't really seem to be happening. Again, I can't see it anywhere else but on my phone. It doesn't really seem to be happening when we're not... Oh, no, it happened right then again, too. Why? What the heck is going on? I need to restart my computer again. I guess we'll just bear with random lag spikes for now. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about that. I'll figure it out before Friday. But we have conflicts with the Red, Kojin. We visit with the Confederates up there in Onokoro. How's the dino flying? Magic. So for a long time, Nathan, they tried to limit which mounts could fly based on if they could actually fly or not. And then just recently they said that they're not going to care anymore. They're just going to allow all mounts to fly. So basically everything can fly now. But we come down into the bottom of this trench here. It's getting bad too. Yeah, right now the mounts have descriptions on that. I don't know if they still will going into this. Gain the power of flight through its continued exposure to the Isle of Owl's turbulent ether. Despite its ferocious nature, some still approach it, suggesting it can be tamed by an adventurer of great strength. Yeah, it's really bad right now. I may have to end the stream, restart my computer, and start the stream again. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know why it's so bad right now. Maybe it is being underwater is killing the frame rate, but I'm getting 72 frames per second. Like, it's not on my end, the game's not lagging at all. It's just through the stream. Let me end the stream. I'll restart my computer and we'll start it up again. I'm sorry, everybody.